continue the game for a bit. I'm going to have to go to work today, but we can at least get some stuff done. About like maybe an hour's worth or so.
Now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What is the machine saying? We seem to have found it.
Shit, I have blue outlines because of my shield.
Do you know why we have called you here?
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there. More like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, Or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believe was true. There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth, and she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore? That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that. I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete. I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need. I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits? Well, check it again. It can't be anything else. Just check the damn connector. I don't trust the diagnostics any more than I trust you. Because I don't like droids. They break. In the head. Well, whatever you call that thing on your head. Yeah, well, if I'm mean to you, it's because I care. Got a minute?
I'm a little busy here. What is it?
Won't take more than a minute.
All right, I'll work. While you talk.
Look, your friend, the Jedi, You know her from way back, don't you? How much do you know about her, really?
Her? You mean the general? Yeah, during the war. If that's what you mean by way back. Can't say I know too much about her, though.
Better than anyone else on this ship. Just give me your opinion, okay? And don't laugh.
I'm trying to work here, Atten.
I was just wondering if you thought maybe she and I might...
You're being serious.
You said you wouldn't laugh.
You are being serious. Atten, she was a general. I was just a tech. Your guess is about as good as mine.
Well, what's your guess then?
I'm getting back to work.
Hey! I'm being serious here. You're laughing at me? I'll put you on the scrap heap, you walking tin can.
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior. I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place. I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something? Why did you decide to fight? I felt the same way. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall. I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them. To give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every Mandalorian's death. Do you know how it felt? I couldn't do that. It was almost as though the battle took control of me, drove me forward. It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me, turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something you wanted me for? That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around. He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with? Sorry, General, I'm flat out. I'll see if I can make some more when I get it. Something else? Let me see what you have. No, you're still missing an emitter matrix and lens. Something else I can help? Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape. Yes, General?
T3, you have been with us since Terrace. Without you, we would never have escaped that place. And for that, I thank you. I'm leaving this message inside you because I have seen glimpses of the future. And the bond that he and I share does not allow him to hide everything from me. More of his memories have returned, and they trouble him. He has remembered something. Something on the edge of the galaxy, and he believes that he must go there to end it. But I am afraid for him. Afraid that he may not return. I need you to be the beacon, T3. If he is lost out there, on the edge of the galaxy, if he finds whatever terrible thing he has seen, then he may not survive. If he doesn't make it back, then I need you to return to the Republic. Find help. If you cannot find me, then seek out other Jedi. The Republic... I can't lose him, even if he believes he is protecting me. T3. I'm more. I can't.
Something up? All right.
Yes. Have you come with questions? Yes. There is nothing wrong with my sight. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only. There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted. Ask. Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough. What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now. There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense.
Damn.
I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness. Learn from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest for the future, for the Force. If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice. Ask. I know her as much as I know any Jedi. Nothing more. There.
Great, more HK units.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
Yeah.
More where that came from. Just say the word.
What is it?
Unnecessary.
More where that came from.
Failing, master.
Let's settle this.
Let us end this.
More where that came from.
Systems failing, master.
Chassis.
So you've returned. While I was disturbed that you chose to defy our orders and obtain transport off Citadel Station, the matter has since been closed. It was the decision of Republic authorities that your testimony would no longer be necessary, and thus you'd be allowed to go. But as we discovered, you had already left. In some ways, it was lucky for us, avoiding a possibly embarrassing situation. Why does the Republic do anything? The head doesn't know what the feet are doing. The hands don't even know they've got fingers, let alone where they are. My opinion, they probably performed their independent investigation and figured it wasn't your fault. Anyways, you should just be glad I decided to overlook the fact you escaped arrest. Yeah. And if there's nothing else, I've got a job to do. I see. And where and when? I see. Well, you certainly earned the bounty on those two dangerous criminals. Here it is. I think you'll find the amount more than adequate. The TSF once again thanks you for your cooperation.
Oops. I probably should dismantle it instead. Should go check on that droid merchant. He might have repaid me now. Let's see.
Donos Imaragith. Donos Imaragith. Wanara. Donos Imaragith. Wanara. Donor.
Here, get my money back. Maybe I should bring in a...
Good to see you again. Have you already heard about Zerka's operations on T? I would hope so.
We still got time, so...
Zerka's mercenaries are getting out of hand, and they're too much for the TSF to handle.
I simply do not have time. If there is nothing...
Betrayal. Machines. Her passion for such things defies me.
Was that
Yes, General? Sorry, General. Something...
Yes? Ah. Betrayal, and by a machine that I will not abide. Machines. Always did Revan use them to inflict his will on the galaxy, whether in war or in assassination. His passion for such tools, for things dead to the Force, defies me. He would have loved a human droid such as you, dead to the Force. A shell that would carry out his orders. It is no matter. It is a device, and now it is broken. Yes?
Something up? All right.
Alright, I guess we're gonna head to Nar Shaddaa.
Well, here we are. The Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Nal Hutta, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot. It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nar Shaddaa orbits it. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years. Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice. Not everyone who came to Nar Shaddaa were soldiers. A lot of worlds were destroyed by the Mandalorians, and the Jedi. Left a lot of people wandering the galaxy. Anyway... Yeah, some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers. So others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy. It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa, finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in, or find you once you arrive. Shouldn't be too hard. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa. We're going to touch down. I've plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's gonna find us here.
Oh, this fucking guy. That's a lot of bounty hunters. And I know they're all bounty hunters because I remember this bit.
Perhaps you have heard that the Jedi comes to Nar Shaddaa. While she walks upon the smuggler's moon, she is not to be harmed. Observe her, track her, but do not eclipse her movements, or I shall eclipse yours. You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Dawachosimu poindorakawa ichirendumu paramakawana abawasi. You kroren man mapusiti nolara.
Honto no saka, jita bedwana maticha, kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupa naret atamakcha.
Bomababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu es rectonatada ber mabarjokto. Torenibu inturata sisi meborokra.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimurota kamsa, kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupana, tahupu botenya gojucho picha, wentaba ni sochu.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Doveri nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Doveri nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Gole rosodish. Ranta kras mobas.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, Watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours. Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings. In fact, while we're here, we should get those signatures changed. Wouldn't make us such a target when we enter a new system. Sure, most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right. I think. No, but I forgot to tell them we were landing. The refugee sector's a dead zone. No one cares too much who flies in and out of here as long as they're not carrying cargo that the exchange or the Hutts might want a piece. Yeah, in all its glory. Don't get your hopes up from what you see here, though. As soon as we hit the main sector, that's when the smell and the mobs can get pretty bad. All right, then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you. All right, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad! It'll be fine where it is. Yeah, I guess you're and by right, I mean you're wrong. Telling me it'll be fine where it is. What, you think I'm stupid? I got another ship coming in, and unless you want that piece of junk's hull crushed flat, you better move it. Got it? That's none of your business. No, really? Thanks for the insight. Now, either get that piece of... Huh? My trash heap? Fine. Land there. My trash heap's all that's keeping your ship from making the final plunge. And trust, I got some visitors booked for your space.
The beauty. Welcome to Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning. No, the ref.
It does.
There should be a sense. And just being here should be enough. Well, that means finding either a bounty hunter, a ranking member of the Exchange. Bounty hunters in the Exchange are going to want to shoot you. And someone who is willing to talk to anyone.
The bounty is a waste of our efforts. All that matters is the Jedi.
It's up to you.
Finding a Jedi, or anyone else touched by the Force here, will be difficult. But this moon does not get any smaller while we wait. This sector is as good as any place to begin our search.
Well, if we're gonna search... All right.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? It'll be fine where it is. Yeah, I guess you're right. And by right, I mean you're wrong. I got another ship coming in.
Forgot that these people can't be force persuaded, because if you watch the first episode 1, this is what the guy says. Their species can't be mind tricked, which sucks.
No, really? No. Yeah? Well, this is the first I've heard of it. You call the shots, but this is gonna be trouble. I can feel it.
What? Damn it.
The beautiful... Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering
what
buildings
Darkseid
kilometers
is.
high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of
Not
warning.
a whole lot of time
Watch.
left either. We can go through a bit of this planet and we're going to get off.
Yeah. All right.
It does.
Well. All right.
You! Yeah, right now all I'm... Done! Pleasure doing business with you. I got some visitors booked for your space, but I'm sure the two of you can work it out with.
I don't know why, maybe lose 250 credits when I only paid 50, but whatever.
Not as of yet.
No, look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't survive there. You've got us locked in. More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from. Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me for sure.
Well, they work for the Exchange, for a Quarren named Visquis. He's looking to step up in the only language the Exchange respects is money, so Visquis is trying to increase his profits by using the refugees here in Nar Shaddaa as a cheap labor force. We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep us in one place, so he can control us. That's always been the way. Well, except lately. The Exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea why. They've started kidnapping people, hurting... You don't. He comes to you. If he's got reason to. Either because you can help him out, or because you're making trouble. Whatever your reasons, thanks.
Spare a few... all right. This refuge... That's two names for one thing. It's difficult to tell in the Crossfire, and the Sith were led by Jedi. In the end, it didn't make much difference. A lot of space lanes cross at Nar Shaddaa, and once here, it's hard to move on. There's no work here and no way out, unless you want to become a hired muscle for the Exchange, or work... No, should I? He doesn't sound like a Hutt. What, is he a bounty hunter? Jedi Master? There aren't any Jedi Masters in the galaxy, let alone on Nar Shaddaa. But, you know, I did hear something about a bounty on Jedi, though. Something the Exchange post... Doesn't matter, though. Aren't any more Jedi around, so no one's gonna be... You're lying. You're mad. You're serious. What are you doing here? Are you trying to get us out of this place? Please, you have no idea what life is like here. Of course. Of course. Not much to say, except it's a high price. You might have more luck trying to find someone connected to the Exchange. And I don't mean some spaceport muscle, I mean someone connected. No idea. Could be one of them crossed the Exchange. Well, they tend to lay low. To be honest, it's like with bounty hunters. You may need to do something to get their attention. Look, I know you probably didn't come here to save us, but I knew Jedi during the war, and I know that they always helped when they... If I can help you, even just by keeping an ear out, I can let you know if it... Life's been better, and every credit can go along. You're back. Much appreciated, friend. All right.
Whoops.
I saw what you did to those Exchange thugs, stranger. Thank you, stranger.
Why did you do such a thing? Such kindnesses will mean nothing. His path is set. Giving him what he has not earned is like pouring sand into his hands. And would that be a kindness? What if by surviving another day he brings a greater darkness upon another? The Force binds all things. The slightest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. Even an act of kindness may have more severe repercussions than you know or can see. By giving him something he has not earned, perhaps all you have helped him become is a target. Seeing another elevated often brings the eyes of others who suffer. And perhaps in the end, all you have wrought is more pain. And that is my lesson to you. Be careful of charity and kindness, lest you do more harm with open hands than with a clenched fist. Good. Mind what I have said. Use your power, but in its proper place. Yes? I know her. Nothing more. There is
And what did she want?
Nothing. Just answers to some questions.
It's okay. I already know she's a Jedi.
You do? Then why?
Trust me, Nar Shaddaa just got complicated.
Geraktada cemense bingaru rukutoto unde chuchamataso benkish. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinto run kavre kare papana. Charanana gundoso remine che lorakto kuruk. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinto run kavre kare papana la ranchinga. Terace wemenoto torere senese. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinto run kavre Der rinto runto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Nenso telepacha. Dosane grabado. Geraktada cemense bingaru rukutoto unde chuchamataso benkish manensetse. Fela dibono. Der rinto runto wakare kwe wap. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinto run kavre kare papan.
Sullistan's hearing's pretty sharp, if you couldn't guess from the lobes.
Va te vakare ware. Sumukun chere nurigrom. Mone der riba kono dosa. Varinkeshka. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna.
Big Ears here might know someone who can change the Ebon Hawk's ID signature.
Charanana gundoso remina che lorakto kuro katpada. Fiadoratora pada no ringatel. Docent horinteri. Gelere son. Der rinto runto wakare kwe wapatera tanan chingaradana.
droid's not for sale. Reminds me of A New Hope.
Graci ubaci kompadwana muska na boska wamba. Gavadumpa mums.
Big ear.
Bornacinin sopa. Muliwrawa. Bornat. Tiumpe. Ichiret kuranga. Kavadumpa munsuru kupla.
Shit, I'm about time. I better do this up.
Bornat. Dovrei kun mili.
Malampas tarawan. Jona yurtu. Bani soka kran.
Jun soba me rapa. No kuma randisa mak chiksa.
Moga chinota harembe wanachi. Drumpaba naka. The hupo botenyo go jucho picha. Gwenta. Takam tuchis miku mogo graba. Kechichuli. Kavadumpe masuraku. Popayi botenya. Tach. Kavadumpe masuraku. Popayi bot.
Sunaranga macho chan. Donina chiwa.
Kavadumpe masuraku. Popayi. Kavadumpe masuraku. Popayi botenya. Tachimoro. Kavadumpe masuraku. Popayi botenya. Tachimorota kamsa. Javaskobo subjob. Drabinukas. Kawanabota atagwa. Joanna Masara. Kavadumpe masuraku. Popayi botenya. Tachimorota kamsa. Javaskobo subjob. Rijiso karu. Kavadumpe masura.
That's gonna be it for today, though. That's enough for me. I gotta get off and get ready for work, so see y'all later.